Ever thought about eloping somewhere really epic like New Zealand? Today, I'm going to show you what an adventurous elopement in New Zealand actually looks like. Hey, I'm James from Who Shot Photographer, and I capture elopements around the world from Australia to Japan to New Zealand and Europe. In this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of a real elopement I actually captured in New Zealand, which is super duper exciting, really cool to walk you through this as well, and give you a little bit of an idea about how a typical New Zealand elopement goes. By the end of this, you'll have a really good idea of what an elopement in New Zealand looks like, and also I'm going to give you lots of planning tips as well throughout this video, just to help you navigate some of the other elements of it, which could be helpful in your planning for your elopement in New Zealand. So meet Katie and James. Now, this couple actually came all the way from Hawaii to get married and elope in New Zealand, so quite a long way. So they started their day off at this stunning Airbnb just outside of Milford Sound, which was really nice. Getting ready moments being captured, always a really fun part of the elopement day. It's that little bit of a preamble, which is really, really exciting to capture. Because it's quite a relaxed and intimate experience, it actually means the couples can feel, quite relaxed, and it feels like a very genuine thing as well. You know, you can help each other get ready, for example, feel this kind of pre-elopement nerves and share all that together, which is really exciting. One of my favorite moments of the getting ready process is always the first look. It's really, really exciting. And in this case, I actually took James outside, had him face away towards the mountains, and then Katie got ready in her dress, led her outside, and it was a really, really sweet moment between these two. Really cool. And yeah, again, with this beautiful backdrop in the distance as well. It's just so cool. And it's moments like this that really kind of truly set elopements apart, when you have this kind of quiet intimacy, I guess is how I would describe it. And it's also why having a really good Airbnb is a really, really important thing, because the weather was a little bit rough on the day, but we were happy to go to Milford Sound anyway. But it's a really important thing, because if the weather does turn a bit rough, at least then you have a really nice place to have a backup ceremony location as well, as long as your Airbnb is comfortable with that as well, which is good. So what we then did, got in our cars and went to Milford Sound, and of course, it was raining. For those who don't know, Milford Sound basically rains most of the year. I think actually finding a perfectly clear day there is kind of a rare thing, but that's the charm of it. And to be fair, the kind of rain really adds to the drama and romance of everything anyway, because then you do get these huge mountains with like water coming down, all the waterfalls start really erupting, really going. It kind of actually really, really lends to the romance of it. So then what we did is actually, once we got to Milford Sound, we actually met up with the celebrant, Sarah, lovely, lovely person, really cool. Also a pom, just like me, which is really cool. And then we all got onto this little this really cute little boat actually, and takes you all the way over to Sandfly Point, which is basically the start of the walk we wanted to get to where Katie and James wanted to elope, which was Giant Gate Falls. Yeah, again, a really, really awesome place. Maybe about an hour or two hike down this kind of Sandfly hiking track, but seriously, seriously cool. A lot of hikers along there as well, but the sights you see are just out of this world, really cool. Yeah, again, you'll see huge, huge waterfalls, loads and loads of forests as well, which is really, really cool. Yet again, a lot of greenery. A lot of couples who love to go to New Zealand and this part of the world love engaging with like a lot of nature being surrounded by it, and you get these huge panoramic vistas that look like something out of a travel book everywhere you turn. So just a little tip as well while we're going through this. One thing I always recommend for couples is, certainly on the day or for your trip, bring waterproof clothing. But certainly if you're going to Milford Sound, if you love the idea of eloping down there, my God, you've got to bring waterproof clothing, because it's probably going to rain, as it did. So yeah, another really, really essential, important item to pack with your elopement bag as well. Giant Gate Falls was the perfect spot for Katie and James to exchange vows as well. This is a spot they chose out after I did a lot of location research for them as part of the elopement process I do for every couple. They were really, really drawn to it. Stunning, beautiful place. So what we did when we got there, we actually kind of set up, found a really nice place for them both that they would really like. They really wanted the big waterfall in the background as well, which is pretty cool. And once we set that up, off they went with their vows. Very quiet, very private space as well, which is really nice. I think a lot of couples really enjoy having quite intimate spaces whenever they're eloping, because it is that thing of, you know, they want to escape this idea of being in front of a huge crowd and saying these very personal, intimate vows to each other, you know, without having all of this fuss about them. You know, it's very quiet, it's very private, which is a beautiful thing to celebrate. And one of the even more special things which happened was Katie actually had brought her father's ashes with her as well. Very, very special thing to do, I think, and it was a very emotional and very quiet moment as well. And obviously throughout the whole process, I really wanted to give them the space just to kind of reflect on that as well. But it was a really, really beautiful thing. So yeah, thank you, Katie, so much for kind of letting me capture that experience for you, by the way, as well. That really was a very, very special thing. And once we'd finished the ceremony, we then spent a little bit of time chilling out, which is really nice. Had a little bit of a snack, made some friends as well, because we actually had one of the witnesses was a chap we actually met on the boat ride over, because when it comes to elopements in New Zealand and Australia, you typically need one witness. Now, obviously with this, you know, we couldn't really bring another person, and so the idea was to find someone along the track to be a witness. This is something sometimes couples wonder about. They say, well, you know, we'd have to bring another friend. How's that going to work? But the good news is with this, you can, most people are very, very happy to do that, as this guy was. He was absolutely awesome. I think he was from Sweden, but really, really cool guy. And he was the extra witness who signed their marriage certificate to legalize everything, which was really, really cool. So then what happened is then, as I say, we headed back, had a really nice walk back, taking the time yet again to kind of take in all the sights. We had to be back on the boat, I think, by about 4 o'clock or something to make sure we didn't miss anything. But yet again, it was a really, really nice walk back, really, really cool. The whole point, I think, of elopements with me is certainly about documenting you both having a really nice time. It's not about doing lots and lots of stuffy poses. It's about having a really good time. It's why couples love to elope, especially in New Zealand as well. So that's a little bit of a wrap up of Katie and James's elopement in New Zealand. However, I do want to give you guys some extra tips here when it comes to eloping in New Zealand. So firstly, as I've mentioned, definitely bring weatherproof gear. New Zealand does get very, very cold in the winter, and even in the summer as well. This was in February, but it wasn't too bad, but it still was a little bit chilly at points as well. So definitely do bring good weatherproof clothing as well for that, which is really good. When it comes to locations, pick a location that really speaks to you. Katie and James really loved, they absolutely adored Giant Gate Falls because of the vast grandeur of it, which is really cool. But New Zealand has so many incredible places. You've got, for example, the Remarkables, which is a big kind of ski slope up by Queenstown. Loads and loads of those different places. So definitely have a think about what suits you guys best as well. That's something I actually help couples with in determining what location might suit them best. And I do actually have a list of the best places to elope in New Zealand in a blog. I'll put that down below in the description if you guys want to check that out as well. And another big bit of advice when it comes to New Zealand is definitely make sure you've got all your visas properly done and all the legal stuff is properly sorted out as well. It's why having a celebrant is a really, really good thing because they will check the paperwork for you. They will get that all sorted out as well, which is really, really good. We do get a lot of international travelers who do come to New Zealand. So yeah, again, sorting that stuff out is very important, but that's something also I can help couples out with as well, just in case you aren't sure about anything as well, which is good. So I'd also love to hear what parts of New Zealand you guys would absolutely love to elope to as well. There's so many different types, and I would love to hear in the comments below which parts of New Zealand you would love to visit. If you've got any favorite places, if you can imagine eloping in any part of New Zealand, drop a comment down below. We'd absolutely love to hear that as well, which is really cool. And if you found this video helpful, please give me a like and maybe a subscribe as well. I try and bring a lot of videos out and try and help couples with eloping and stuff like that. So if anything did here help you, please do pop a little bit of a like. It helps me kind of get up in the whole YouTube algorithm and stuff like that, which really helps other couples like yourselves find content like this. But look, in the meantime, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's @WhoShotThePhotographer, also on TikTok as well. But yeah, any questions, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, again, thank you everyone so much for watching this video. Hope it was helpful. Hope it was helpful. And if you've got any other ideas you would love me to cover on this channel, please do feel free to pop me an email, get in contact with me. See you later, guys. Thank you.